Yo, listen up, it's time for a tale about a podcast that'll leave you frail. Hard way wrestling coming at you raw, bringing the heat, breaking every law. They drop the truth, no holds barred, talking smack, getting you hyped up hard, calling out the fakes, exposing the lies. Hard way wrestling taken by surprise. Hard way wrestling coming to your city. Nothing but realness, nothing but grit. Going down a gauntlet, making them all. Hard way wrestling, straight from the heart.
Welcome to Hard Way Wrestling. It is Saturday morning. It is a wrestling weekend, and there's nobody I'd rather be with than these three dreamboats that cover Wrestle Dream than Ricky, Scotty, and T-Bone Jones. Gentlemen, good morning. Have you ever seen this much energy at 9 a.m. in the morning?
You just used up all your energy. Now you're going to be dead.
I need a nap.
The only thing I usually see at 9 a.m. is the back of my eyelids.
That's my favorite. Checking for pinholes for sure. Boys, good morning. How are we doing today? Are we ready for a weekend of wrestling?
Yes, sir.
Yes, why not? Scotty, it's AEW. How ready are you?
Oh, he's ready.
I'm interested to see what Tony Khan's wet dream looks like.
It is. Well, it's you might drown in this pay-per-view, so we'll get to it here in a little bit. We're going to cover SmackDown first, but T-Bone, it's been a while since you've been on, man. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I gotta ask you. There was a mud show in your area just recently.
Oh, dude, how you gonna call it a mud show?
Oh shit, my bad, because it turned into a fucking mud show. Explain to me how these rednecks of West Virginia get so riled up. They know that they do know that wrestling is a show, correct?
I would hope, but maybe their brother, sister, uncle didn't tell them. You know.
Well. There was recently a show in West Virginia, USW Wrestling. I was not on the show because I was suspended. And
with or without pay?
Well, no, it would end up being with pay because I had a wedding that night, so it was with pay. Anyway,
you lose some.
There was some crowd problems. T-Bone, you wanna kind of explain what happened?
In the first incident, I was in the back watching on the monitor because we had a monitor set up to where we could watch in the back, and I was watching it, and some 70-year-old lady took it upon herself to hit one of the wrestlers with a drumstick, and that was a messed up situation.
Now explain. Now, when you say drumsticks, when we first saw this in the chat, we were very confused.
Like drumstick.
Okay, drums, like music.
Yeah, music drums. Yeah.
Not flats or wings.
No, just like regular wooden drumsticks that you would pound on a drum with. And hitting somebody in the face with a drumstick, that hurts. I would assume anyways. I've never been hit with one. I've been hit in the top of my head with one, but never across my face. I couldn't imagine what that feels like.
I mean, you've been hit with the Jonathan Cross drumstick. I know that.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. And then the second incident, Adam Armstrong, without you there, Adam was his own mouthpiece, and he just couldn't put a sock in it long enough to get to the back.
That's actually a great way of putting it, because one thing that I do. All right, so for those who don't know, we got some new people here to our YouTube page and our Instagram and Facebook, or where we're at right now. Actually, thank you so much for subscribing and ringing the bell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for joining. If you're joining, I mean, I don't know that anybody's up, just us. But I'm an independent wrestling manager, right? Every once in a while, I will get in the ring and let somebody smack me around or stun me or give me a swanton or whatever. But most of the time, I just do managing work. And one thing, as a manager, you got to know your limits. You got to know your clientele. And there are certain people that I will stand there and jaw with, but I don't stand for a long period of time. I might make my way back to them, but I don't stand there in an aggressive manner to make it look like, well, let's fucking go. Now, if I do, then that means I know what's coming. And I need to be prepared for what's coming. And most of the time, fans think that they can get involved, right? Throw a drumstick, throw keys, hit somebody with keys, whatever. You need to be prepared for that kind of stuff. Sometimes when you got to read the room. There was actually the Elmore, big dude, pretty sure he was a tow truck driver, or he was just a tow truck himself. He's a monster. He stood up in the back row, and I was jawing with him. But then I read the room and was like, okay, time to move on to the next person or whatever. Because I don't like. Not saying I probably couldn't have handled this guy one way or another, but he was a big boy, and he probably would have ruined my fur. That's for sure. He made me bleed all over my fur. But honestly, I'm watching back the videos, and I kind of gave Lacey a little bit of shit about it because, first off, you got to be prepared to defend yourself at all times because fans are nuts, right? A lot of fans they're crazy, right? Jeremy, you've seen it over the years. Fans are nuts.
Oh yeah.
You guys have seen it on TV or whatever. Fans will run into the ring or think they're part of the show or whatever, and they just think they can do whatever. The lady who stood up and walked towards Lacey or towards the ring with the drumstick, that's a no-no, right? Stay in your seat, fans. Stay in your fucking seat.
Well, she actually grabbed the drumstick off the side of the ring as she was approaching.
Oh, is that what she did? Okay. And then Lacey went back at her. Now, Lacey's a young girl. This woman is an old woman. She's what, 150 years old? How old was this dinosaur that took a shot at it?
Yeah. 70, 75-ish.
So Kill Switch, by the way, hasn't been on AEW, but now she's showing up at USW shows. Luchasaurus, made a move, and then she was a little aggressive in her mannerism. So that's how things happen, right? If someone comes to me and gets aggressive, I have to get aggressive back, right? And Adam, I love Adam. Adam's he can handle himself, right? He can handle himself. He's a hardy. He's had to fight for every scrap of food in that house, so he knows how. He knows how to handle himself. He might just have hung around just a little too long. He probably, when you said put a sock in it, that was probably a good thing to say. So. Yeah,
because when they first started jawing with each other, I didn't pay no attention. I just walked over and kept my hand in between them, and then I went back to attend to Ethan Cross. And when I turned back around to Ethan Cross, I thought Adam was walking to the back because he started walking that way. Yeah. And then he stopped at the entranceway and just had to say a couple more words, and that lady just shot up like a rocket, and there wasn't nothing I could do. It was already.
She called Kevin Bacon.
She went psycho, man. She tried to go ham up on him.
Yeah, she put her keys between her fingers or something and took a
yeah. She scratched his neck and face a little bit with her keys. Oh, wow. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. She ended up dropping her keys and ended up leaving the building without her keys. We had to go give them to her.
I'd have gave them to her.
Yeah.
I'd have pitched him across the road.
Return sideways.
And then the one guy that was with her in the gray that we made leave afterwards, he was asking for a refund. Like, no, you don't get to come into a building, start trouble, and then ask for a refund.
You're gonna get a receipt, buddy, but you're not getting a refund. That's for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you this right now, and this take it for Mr. Puffers is in the house. Take it for what it's worth. I'm very mouthy. I'm not very mouthy, but I do make fun of fans, and I get fans shit like that. If you ever feel the need to throw a punch at me or come at me with keys or a drumstick, know this: I'm a man first. Yeah, know that I'm a man first, and I promise you, if you come at me, you're gonna be sorry. I might be sorry at the end because I'm old and I don't heal very well sometimes. But I promise you this: you're gonna eat every fucking thing I can get in my hand, whether it's a chair, whether it's a small child. I'm going to throw shit at you,
or a drumstick.
I'm gonna pound the absolute fucking dog shit out of you. I promise you that right now. And they will need people to get me off of you. I don't give a fuck who you are. That is absolutely ridiculous. As a fan, that you buy a fucking ticket and you think you can just do whatever you want. I don't fucking think so. That's not how this works. We work very hard putting on these shows for fans, and part of some of the character, you might have a character that's a clown. That doesn't mean he's a real clown in life. Now, Axel Crow is a clown if you know him, but doesn't mean he's a clown. In real life, there was somebody called the Spider Lady. She's not shooting webs out of her hand. She's not a real spider. She's someone underneath of a mask, probably, or whatever. These are characters. Like Jonathan Cross it is probably more me than anything, but
it's you, Vince. It's you.
It's
Yeah.
it's me.
Yeah.
It's me.
You live the gimmick, man.
Yeah. Well, but to a point, I mean, it's me turned up another notch, right? But you got to remember that this is a show, ladies and gentlemen. This is a show, and I know we get caught up emotional and that kind of stuff, but just know that you're stepping into a realm that you do not want to be in, because honestly, that is I'm gonna tell you, that's a young locker room, except for King Kalua, who's 150 years old, and Jeremy, who's 90. I mean, that is a young, and it kind of offsets the age here. So, but that is a young locker room, a lot of younger stars, newer stars. And I saw the look on King Kalua's face when he came out. Bro was ready to go, regardless of what was getting ready to happen in his match. He was ready to go, and that is old school wrestling. It is very possible that whole locker room back in the day, and I don't know, and maybe I'm sure it's still like this in some promotions, that locker room would have cleared out, and there would have been a problem. There would have been an absolute problem. I promise you that. When I was younger, I had a dude. I was running JC Hammer was my Jonathan Cross, but JC Hammer was my gimmick, and a dude told me he was he was Golden Gloves and he was going to fight me, blah blah blah, whatever, and of course I went on to do my match and lost my match. I think my tights were pulled. I got cheated. I never lose, but I got cheated. So the guy was waiting down the parking lot.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Wow.
He didn't wait very long. You want to see a bunch of people come together at one time? Remember this: wrestlers are carnies. Get into a fight at a carnival one time with a carnival person. Watch what happens. Don't do that.
They're all shutting down their rides and attacking you.
Yeah. They will leave the carousel running with your child on it, just to come beat you with some cotton candy. So just
honestly,
know your roles. God damn it, know your role.
Legit, he ain't lying. I've actually seen it.
When I was younger, I worked carnivals. I've seen it too, and they're worse than wrestlers. Carnival people are worse than wrestlers. They don't even take out their teeth because they can't afford them. So they just go right at you. They will hit you with fucking stuffed animals, and the guy will come out of the dunk tank, and it'll be a whole thing. So just know your role. Fans, enjoy wrestling, love wrestling, but just don't be stupid. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it for other people, right? So
Who's the bad guy? Yell for the good guy. Just don't.
Yell for the bad guy. Yell for the bad guy.
Well, make sure you boo Jonathan Cross no matter what. Make sure you boo him and hiss at him. Never spit or hit a professional wrestler. That should be the main rule.
Watch out for a Coke can.
Yeah, there you go. There's a wrestler actually threw a Coke can at Scotty. Scotty, did you throw something at him first, or were you just yelling stuff?
I just was yelling.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. We want you to yell. We want you to be excited. We want you to be emotional and have a good time.
Well, if you got a Coke can threw at him, no, that guy didn't want it.
Well, that's Joey Janela. He's a fuckhead. He's a tart. Something's wrong with Joey Janela. In a lot, yeah. So. Very warranted. Very warranted.
If I got a Coke can threw at me, I'm shutting up. I'm like,
I think he was more offended that Scotty. Scotty was more offended the guy threw a Diet Coke can at him.
Exactly.
Anyway, welcome to Heartway Wrestling. Didn't mean to. We got started off there way too much.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll be at the next. I should be at the next USW show in March, and hopefully it'll be.
I'll be there.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be a ruckus crowd that stays in their seats. So, might have some guardrails by then.
Yeah, Brian was talking about possibly getting some guardrails to put up. That would be great.
Well, I mean, there's Voltage. Mike Raddick actually does a pretty good job. He doesn't have guardrails. or didn't have guardrails for some shows, and he put tables up, and he called them VIP seating, which you can sit at these tables with they're right in front of your chairs, and you can eat your dinner or hot dog and whatever, French fries or whatever, right there at the table, and it kept the boundaries in between the wrestlers and the.
I see Scotty's gears turning.
So I would go by.
My gears are turning because that's a genius idea.
It really is. It really is a good. It is really is a good idea, and it's inexpensive too because tables are guardrails are expensive.
It gives you a feel of like a boxing big fight feel too, because boxing and UFC and shit have tables sitting outside that people can sit at and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, boxing events and stuff I've been to, they've had tables set up to where people could sit, like their sponsorship tables and stuff. So that's a great idea for wrestling. That'd be genius.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, if you're watching, I got a great idea to how to amp that up a little bit, though. Make sure that there is a waitered service, so they bring the food to you as you're sitting at the tables, and I think you might actually have something even better going with that. Like, you haven't been to enough wrestling shows to know that there's barely enough help to work the kitchen. You want somebody to come out and work tables.
I got one lady at the fire hall pretty much working by herself.
I like going when he did the table things. I like going by and taking like they'd have bottles of water or whatever, and I would just take them and knock them over. I'd eat their French fries. Like I get a meal too. So
don't steal Scotty's drumstick.
I would never put my fingers anywhere near Scotty's lips. That's for sure. So anyway, well, let's get into it. Before we do Wrestle Dream, let's cover a little bit of SmackDown. Did anybody get to watch SmackDown last night?
I watched bits and pieces of it.
I got through most of it.
Okay. It was a work night. Unfortunately, I didn't catch about 2 minutes worth. That's it.
All right, well, we'll zip through it here real quick since I took up the first 17 minutes of just running my yap. So my apologies, boys.
You're good.
I give Scotty hell for that kind of stuff, and there I turn around and.
Yeah, I should send you a message. Wrap it up.
That's right. Wrap it up, motherfucker. So anyway, starts off with SmackDown starts off with Jimmy Uso in the ring. Everybody's pretty excited to see Jimmy back. Roman comes down.
No yeet.
They're discussing the other bloodline, the bad bloodline, and Jimmy's pretty adamant about needing help, bringing in Jey Uso. So we're definitely gonna get a Jey Uso back with the bloodline here, the original bloodline here. Does he do it with or without the title?
I think he's going to drop that title soon.
Yeah, I think so too.
I kind of feel like Breaker's going to get it right back, and because he doesn't need to have that title if he's going to be tied up back on SmackDown with the bloodline.
Right.
I wonder because we always knew it was coming. We always knew that they would probably get Jey back involved. So it's like, why give him the title if you're just going to make him drop it again pretty quick just to go back into the bloodline, all that. So I don't know, but I agree with Ricky on that. Braun Breaker will be taking that belt back.
Does Jey need a belt?
No,
absolutely not. Yeah, he's more over now than he. Like it took a little bit, right, to get him to this point. The WrestleMania match didn't help. The super kicks, the 37 super kicks that we saw, that was just basically the match. Wasn't a great match. I found out that Jimmy was hurt the whole time. That's why they kept that match as limited as possible. So that would explain kick after kick after kick after kick after kick, arm drag, kick. So, but anyway,
I would never want to watch a match between the Usos and the Young Bucks.
Oh my God! It would be all super kicks.
Yeah, it'd be like they'd all be with their kick. Like it'd be a 4-way super kick to the middle of the ring, and then they all quad down.
There would be a way to do that match. Ban the super kick, so that they have to figure out how to do it like unmatched normally. That would be interesting. Super kick banned.
Oof.
Yeah, but then you take all their arsenal away from them. It's either super kick or the flip flop with the
Meltzer would still give him 7 stars.
That's right. Then we get our first match. We get LA Knight versus Carmella Hayes.
Yeah.
Andrade was ringside for this match. This is not a bad match. I love Carmella Hayes. I just I mean, he's just mixed up with this Andrade thing, and I don't know. They're giving LA Knight a little something to do. Knight LA with an inverted atomic drop. Knight clotheslines Hayes. Knight whips Hayes across the ring for a pop-up slam for a 2 count. Knight repeatedly stomps Hayes' chest, goes for a running knee strike, but Hayes counters with a super kick. Knight hitting with a back body drop for a 2 count. Roll-up exchange. Knight ducks the clothesline from Hayes. Knight with a leaping neck breaker. Couple more moves, and then LA Knight hits Carmella with a BFT for 1, 2, 3. Carmella Hayes takes the best BFT.
He's like standing on his head.
I don't know how he does it, bro.
I know.
Like, it's ridiculous. Like, good little match here, but then we're gonna find out later on that Carmella Hayes and Andrade are gonna go for Game 7. Game 7 of the best of 7. I hate best of 7s. What did we get? We got a Young Bucks, and was it Young Bucks FTR best of 7?
No,
No, it's Young Bucks and
Young Bucks Omega.
the Elite versus the Death Triangle.
Yeah,
Is that what it was? Terrible.
for the trio title. The
Terrible.
trios title, also known as the
The what we don't know what to do with it now titles.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all fighting each other.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Jimmy runs into Cody in the back. Cody thanks Jimmy for helping him out. They want to talk about well, I forget what were they talking. I can't remember what they were talking about. Anyway, he basically thanks Jimmy. Jimmy says, it's just consider it a favor. Then we get a tag team match. Metaphor is in the ring or headed to they're in the ring. Then Kevin Owens runs right past them, jumps on the microphone and tries to explain himself on what happened with Cody Rhodes. They cut off Kevin's microphone. Then he went down and grabbed the headset from commentary and started talking into the headset. And then security came down. Randy came down. No, I'm sorry. Cody came down, taking his tie off. Security's coming down. Local talent holding back Cody. Of course, Kevin's in the ring, begging him to come on. Randy comes down. Randy jumps in, says, "I got him. I'll take care of Kevin." Tries to grab Kevin, hooks Kevin. Kevin throws a back elbow, hits Randy. Randy gets up, takes a shot at Kevin, drops Kevin. And then we get like a little bit of a face-off. Randy is not very happy with what just happened right there. But we're going to find out a little bit more later on. Then we get a Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill match versus for the tag team champions versus Metaphor. Trick Williams sitting on the side here. Lash Legend. Have you guys ever seen Lash Legend?
Yeah.
She is awesome. She's the Obafemi of the women. She's a monster. She made Jade Cargill look like a child.
Yeah.
You remember how Jade used to look in AEW against all those 5'4",
Midgets.
Yeah, girls. Lash Legend, ridiculous. Give this girl a singles run for sure. So, fast forward, we get Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill winning by pinfall. Their little finishing move with the DDT to the springboard, not springboard, but the kick to the chest to German suplex. It's actually starting to look a lot smoother now. I'm glad
I was going to name it the botch mechanism.
It's not bad. Not bad. It was definitely a botch mechanism for a while, but it's starting to look a lot smoother now. So out of commercial break, we get Street Profits and DIY, I believe, in the back talking with Nick Aldis. They're talking about getting another tag team shot, or who's getting another tag team shot. And oh, you know what? I think before that, Nick Aldis was talking to what's the four dudes from it's oh god, the old LWO guy.
Oh yeah.
what
Carlos
is
Escobar.
yeah, Escobar and
See,
yeah, see, uh, the
The-
tag team that's with
the-
Escobar,
The Lucha Suits. Is
Garza and
Garza and Alberto
and-
Garza and Alberto Garza, the two
Yeah.
Garzas. I think they're both Garzas. I think that's their last names are Garzas. Anyway, Nick Aldis says we'll give you guys a shot next week at a new tag team. If you beat them, then we are going to bring you back for a tag team. You'll get yourself a tag team shot. Motor City Machine Guns coming next week.
okay.
Basically, so just released on page. If you go to Patreon right now, Heartway Wrestling on Patreon, I just released a story about Motor City Machine Gun update. You might want to check that out. But I'm basically giving it away here. But anyway, Motor City Machine Guns next week.
Looking forward to them being on SmackDown. So
we get another. All right, let me fast forward here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. We get another little promo in the back with Nick Aldis talking to who was he talking to? Oh, yeah. So that was the Street Profits. He was talking to Street Profits. He's talking to DIY about the tag team picture. And Nick Aldis has to run away. He has to call security because in the back, Kevin Owens is kicking the piss out of Randy Orton. So now Kevin Owens has jumped and beat Randy Orton. Do we know where we're going with this, boys? Do we know where we're going with this story? Because I think it's starting to amp up. I think this started at Bad Blood with Cody getting his shit kicked in outside his bus.
Orton versus Owens, because Cody, I think, is getting ready to be part of the OG bloodline.
You think?
Yeah, it's going to be Cody, the OG bloodline, The Rock versus The Rock in the current bloodline, the bad bloodline.
Yeah.
5-on-5.
They need a fourth. The bloodline needs a fourth. So.
Well, I'm going to tell you this much. This is where I think the Kevin Owens story is going. The Kevin Owens story is going where he is going to be leaving and possibly signing with AEW.
I've seen that somewhere too. That Kevin leaving.
Yeah,
there are rumors.
There are a lot of rumors, but it seems to be that this is his swan song, him turning heel, and basically they're going to, he's going to be heel. He's going to get beat on the way out and then go to AEW. So, and the return of Kevin Steen.
So that's Tony's wet dream.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, it won't be this weekend. It won't
be
this
the
weekend.
Yeah.
So we get a Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton walking through the hallways, heading to the ring. We get we're supposed to have a Naomi, Nia Jax match. We're gonna get a Nia Jax match. A little bit of back and forth between Naomi and Nia. Naomi much better than she's been. This was actually a pretty good match. She's shaking off the Impact dust, the indie dust off of her. So she's getting back into WWE form. Get a back and forth between Nia and Naomi. Basically, Nia says, "Bring it." So they have a little match, and we get Naomi beating Nia Jax in a non-title match.
Is that an eliminator?
Yeah.
Basically eliminator. So we get a power bomb off of the top ropes from Nia climbed to the top rope. Who was it that hit her? Was it Liv? Liv came up and hit her with the briefcase, slowed her down a little bit. Then we get a Liv. Then we get a Naomi scooped underneath the meat, and power bombed her through the mat and stacked her up and pinned her. So crazy. Naomi wins this match. The best part of this match is towards the end of this, we get a Liv. Well, I'm sorry. Before this match? We get a Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan showed up because Liv and Nia are going to be facing each other at Crown Jewel for the Crown Jewel Gaudi title. And then Raquel. So during this match, that was before. So during this match, Raquel gets involved against Naya. Liv gets involved also. And then we get a Mommy. Mommy shows up, runs out, beats the shit out of Raquel Welch, rolls into the ring, goes after Liv, starts beating the shit out of Liv, takes a swing at Dom. Dom gets out of the way here.
She put I saw a clip. She put a big boot right in Naya's face too.
She did.
Yeah,
she did bump her because Naya was holding Liv, and I thought we were going to get a Naya Mommy team up here, but we didn't. We didn't get a team up here. We just got old Naya took a big old boot to the face. So Mommy stands tall in the middle of the ring. Why 30 people on the outside of the ring that could actually jump in the ring and beat the shit out of her leave. So nobody wants any part of Rhea Ripley. So
not involved.
yeah. So if you get a chance, go back and watch that little series. That was actually in my mind, that was the best part of SmackDown.
I agree.
Yeah, best part.
I hate to say that, but I agree.
Yeah. Oh, then we get a Solo Sikoa promo. Then we get a Solo Sikoa versus the Bloodline, with the Bloodline versus Jimmy Uso. Pretty good back and forth here. One of a better match than Solo has had since the Cena match. And Jimmy takes the pin here. Jimmy loses. So Jimmy loses. Roman comes down, cleans house. Then they get the numbers game. They get a hold of Roman, put him in the corner, hit him with the hip attack a couple times. The hip attack not as nice unless it's done by a woman. That's what that's what I'm here for. The women to do the hip attack. We love a Tony Storm hip attack, not so much Solo or the rest of the Bloodline. So Bloodline roll out of the ring. They stand tall. Jimmy and Roman are laying in the ring talking to each other, and Jimmy is saying, "We need help. We need help." So we're gonna get. I don't know who the help's gonna be. Maybe it's gonna be Jay because we haven't seen the interaction yet, but it's got to be coming soon, right?
They got
Yeah.
the Survivor Series is until the end of November. They got some time.
Yeah, got some time.
Yeah, they do need to start building this though, and really get the overtures out there to those who will be a part of this, and then one by one bring them in the next 2 months, and then just slowly keep this thing building to War Games. So
when do they move to Netflix? That's not till next year, right?
January.
Is it January?
Yep.
Was this SmackDown 3 hours or 2?
2 hours. I mean, right now it's 2 hours. Are you asking if it was 2 hours last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 hours. I actually like. What I say? Did you guys get a chance to watch Raw?
No, I did not watch all this.
I
Raw
watched.
was 2 hours this Saturday. It's supposed to be 2 hours the rest of the year. Did you get a chance to watch it, T-Bone?
I watched some of it.
What did you think of 2 hours compared to 3?
It confused the shit out of me.
I liked
Really.
it.
I'm like, where the hell's the last hour of Raw? Because I'm watching it, but I'm doing my thing, like I always do, and I'm talking to everybody and everything.
You thought you had a bad strain of lettuce.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I spoke too much. Is it 11 already? What the walking? I was like, no, it's only 10. What the hell happened to the last hour of Raw?
I really got quit.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna cut out the lettuce,
Yeah,
or at least a little bit of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that thought never crossed your mind.
No, never.
I'm going cold turkey until that next hour comes around.
Yeah,
I actually, as somebody who has to ingest as much wrestling as possible, man, to save 2 hours, to save an hour, man, that is awesome. By the time I made it to work, I was pretty much through SmackDown, or pretty much through Raw.
There you go.
Yeah, it was nice not having to drag on with just nonsense.
Yeah, so I'd like to see them stay 2 hours, but we know they're not. They're going to go back to 3 hours once they go to Netflix. So
honestly, I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to stay at 2 hours.
No, they said they were.
Oh, they did? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. I like your thought, though, that you're trying to wheel them into doing what you want them to do, Scotty.
Yeah.
I think it's I think it's a good idea. So. Anyway, that was your SmackDown. I got to do a better job of get to do these recaps. I try to read them as I'm doing them, and I forget half the shit. Like I watch SmackDown, but then like I do a better job when somebody does the review, and then I'm like, it triggers things in my head that I've been thinking the whole time. But when I gotta read it and think about it, it just doesn't work. Anyway.
Well, it's also morning too, so.
No, that's every.
Thinking was never your strong suit.
What is that?
He said thinking was never your strong suit.
Nope.
I was gonna say you might need some turtle lettuce.
I do. Maybe I need to lose an hour or two during the middle of the day for with your turtle lettuce. So. Anyway, let's get into it here. We have a pay-per-view this weekend. AEW. Basically, I told Ricky earlier this is our Rampage that they're now calling a pay-per-view. There definitely are some matches on here that are suspect. We have 3 matches on 0 hour. Actually, let me bring them back up because I wasn't going to cover them, but why not?
How many matches altogether? Like 15?
13. No, it's 9 on the regular card. So 12 matches, 9 on the regular card.
Okay.
So that's
Scotty Cornette's about ready to bust loose.
Yeah, I can.
He can't really make a lot of comments because he doesn't watch the product. So he can pretend he knows what he's doing, but we know he doesn't. He doesn't watch AEW. But honestly, you don't have to watch AEW to know how bad it is sometimes. All right, so 3 0-hour matches. Atlantis Jr. Versus Brian Cage. Boys, Brian Cage has been around a very long time. This is actually, I think this is for a title. This is for the world television title. So if you want to be king, if you want to be the champion of the TV, this is an RH TV title.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, RH TV title. If you want to be the king of the TV, if you want to be the RCA captain, this is the title to carry.
I got questions.
Okay.
What TV is the TV title defended on?
So it's this is behind the paywall title is basically what this is. You can't watch it. You can't. I didn't even know that there was. I didn't even know they had a TV title.
It's that cardboard TV with like the cutout, and you put sock puppets up in it.
Okay,
that's the TV.
So it's the Bray Wyatt TV then? Like
yes.
Yeah, it's a Firefly Funhouse TV. So Brian Cage been around for a very long time.
I thought Pac was the #1 contender.
No, this is for the TV title. I mean, he might be the #1 contender for this one too. I don't know.
Yeah,
depends on
I'm
if he's
confused.
All I want to know is this TV title have rabbit ears?
Yeah.
You're confused. You're confused, and we're only 1 match in.
Yeah, Jesus. Atlantis Jr. is the champion versus Brian Cage here. Scotty, tell me something good about Atlantis Morissette. I mean, seriously, Scotty, isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
Yeah, no, it is.
Somebody start throwing some drumsticks.
Yeah, it definitely it's completely ironic that
I mean, it's like rain.
It's ironic that Brian Cage is getting a title shot, first of all, but that's a whole nother level for a different story. No, I mean
singles title.
Yeah, not even. I know what this is again one of those why do we care matches,
Sure.
and
that's why it's 0 hour because 0 people are watching it.
But if I had to choose anybody, I'm going to say they're going to put the title on old Big Beef and give it to Brian Cage.
All right, Brian Cage, go ahead, T-Bone.
I'm going with Cage on this one, but more than likely they're going to screw him out because they make Brian Cage lose to everybody, don't they? Or at least they did.
Atlantis Jr. is the size of Ricky.
I was about to add.
Half of Ricky's size.
How many guys has he lost to that size? That's the question.
Everybody but Marco Stunt.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't see him coming away with the title. They haven't cared before. Why they care now? Yeah, he looks like a champion, but they're not doing shit with him. You know what I mean? Like,
Gotcha. So you got Brian Cage. Who do you got? Who do you got here, Rick?
Uh,
Go ahead. Just give a pick. Yep.
yeah, Ricky's in the same boat I am. I'm like,
give me Atlantis Jr. He's the current TV champ.
He is the current television champion. It's
All right, well, he still will be.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well. All right, Commander. You're not going to fool me. I know it's you under there. You're not Atlantis Jr. You're Commander, and I'm going with Brian Cage here to win a match that I'm never going to watch. Anyway, we have the M&M collection, Mansoor and Mason, or Mansoor, and Mason versus is it the Acclaimed? Yeah, they're facing the Acclaimed with Billy Gunn. Honestly, this is an embarrassing match. How did the Acclaim go from being such a hot tag team to being on the 0 Hour versus two Maximum Male models that barely won a match in the dirt over in Africa? How is this possible that the Scissor Me twins are in this spot?
It's terrible.
Resigned.
What's that?
I said how they got in that spot is the Young Bucks resigned.
Oh,
the Young Bucks signed their contract, and then ever since then, fucking Acclaim's been down the card.
Did these guys have a chance?
About it? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're right. They push the guys down the card that are more popular than them, which is everybody.
Yep.
I would love to see Anthony Bowens and Max Caster go to AEW, and not as a tag team. I mean, we could bring them back as a tag team at some point.
AEW.
I'm sorry, NXT.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
there you
NXT. Not as a tag team because I don't think the Scissor Me thing works real well for because it didn't work for Vince in WWE. But as single stars, I think both these guys. I don't know so much as much Max Caster, but I think Anthony Bowens has a future as a single star. They're just pushed so far down the card now. It's almost embarrassing that they're facing Mason Mansoor. So somebody give me a pick here. This match is for 0 titles.
Yeah.
The title of Pathetic. This match is for the title of Pathetic. We're taking the scissors.
Yep, we're taking the scissors.
All of us are scissoring.
Yeah, we're scissor brothers. So anyway, third match on the 0 Hour, Anna Jay versus Harley Cameron with Saraya. This is a hot chick match of the night. God, ROH and AEW are they're bad. They're just bad. Anna Jay just got done her run over in New Japan. Supposedly she was doing really good stuff over there. I'm not up. I don't watch New Japan because it's at 3:00 in the morning. And actually I could, but I'm working and I don't want to. So Harley Cameron versus Anna Jay. Who do you got?
Anna Jay.
Anna Jay. Yeah.
I'm going with Anna Jay too because
Jamie
I'm not a big
Hayter.
Harley Quinn fan.
Jamie Hayter will help her.
So, all right, we're on to the main card here. Match number 1. Atlantis Jr. doing double duty here. He is going back under a different mask and calling himself Hologram. Or maybe Atlantis Jr. is the Beast Mortos. But we're going to find out because this
Atlantis Jr. is Jonathan De La Crosse.
I mean, I don't. Let's not talk about it. Jonathan De La Crosse. It could be Juanita. It could be Juanita. But Jonathan is retired right now. So we got Hologram, who's like 14-0, versus the Beast Mortos.
15-0. He just went on Dynamite.
Oh, okay, 15-0. My apologies. What enhancement talent did he beat? He beat Commander, right? Didn't he face Commander? Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say he beat one of the other
Junior,
really
Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio. I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows?
So, and when I look at thinking about Tony Khan, and again, I really think I like Tony Khan. I really think that he's got a lot of good intentions here. I just think that AEW is the Jacksonville Jaguars of wrestling, right? They just can't do enough to be good, right? They hit a home they throw one really awesome touchdown and then they throw 4 fucking interceptions, and that is what this pay-per-view is. It's going to be 1 touchdown and 8 interceptions, and that's going to be your stats for AEW.
And Tony Khan never shuts up about the 1 touchdown. He act like he won the fucking Super Bowl.
I'm telling you, he's a wrestling promoter with a child's brain.
Yeah. Well, when you talk about child's brain, I see this hologram as pieces of figures, wrestling figures that he pulled apart and stuck together, and now he made his own wrestler named Hologram.
Yep.
That's how I look at this. This is amalgamation of different wrestlers. Yeah. Anyway, you've never seen Hologram and Dragon Lee in the same place, have you? I'm just saying. All right. So Beast Mortos versus Hologram. Scotty, tell me something good about
Wasn't Hologram? Wasn't he the number 10 person from PWI?
Yeah.
Well, no way. No, he was not.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was Mystico or something.
Yeah, Mystico. Yeah. Hologram was not. Please don't do that. Please don't ruin that publication any more than it already is ruined with some of these lists.
I'm trying to justify my pick here.
Yeah.
So, anyway, by the way, the black wrestling list that came out recently, I've worked with 4 of those guys on that list, and took 1 balls to the face from one of the dudes on the list. So, yeah, good for me.
Yeah.
Good for me. That's as close I'm going to get to a PWI 500. Someone's balls. Actually, I took a spinning back fist from number 498 on that list. So
Must have been TJ.
it was TJ. Did you have TJ as a Coke guy?
No, I had no, I didn't have.
He was a Coke guy, and I think he worked for Dr. Pepper too. So I didn't know if he worked for.
I don't think he was at my store any.
Okay. All right. Kayfabe. He's really a wrestler. He doesn't do anything else. Okay. All right. Pick this match. We wait way too much fucking time on this. Hologram versus the Beast Mortos. Scotty?
Beast Mortos. I hope he squashes Hologram into a little tiny whatever you want to call him. I don't even give a shit. Just
Origami.
Yeah.
Origami. That's his next name. Origami. T-Bone, give me a pick here, bud.
Hologram's winning.
Gotcha.
They're not going to let him lose just yet. They're going to keep building him up. I don't know what for, because, I mean, he's just going to be another number 1 contender for the 97 title they have. But, yeah, I think Hologram's winning.
Yeah, go ahead, Rick.
Yeah.
Hologram.
All right. I don't fear the Beast, and neither does Hologram. I do think at some point, and it seems to be a pattern. A guy is with the company for a while. He wins, he loses, whatever. And then I'm sure there's a meeting in the back, and then they end up giving them the ROH TV title. So, I'm going with Hologram. All right, next match. This was just added on Wednesday. Switchblade Jay White versus Hangman Adam Page or
Hangnail
or
Peg warmer.
Yeah. So, T-Bone, who do you got here? Jay White just came back from injury or wherever he was, jail. I don't know. And he is Hangman first. Now they built Hangman up pretty good here. Hangman's been losing, but they built him up pretty good. Does he take another loss here?
Yeah, he's probably taking another loss because Switchblade Jay White just came back. They're going to keep him hot. They're going to, unless they have somebody interfere or do a big swerve at the end. But yeah, I see Switchblade.
Swerve is supposed to return.
Who?
Swerve is supposed to return at the pay-per-view.
Yes. Yes, he is. They have him marked for 0 hour, but who knows? You know how they like to do big returns at 0 hour when nobody's watching. Sorry, Jamie Hader.
Yeah.
I heard AEW champ.
It's coming in today.
Who's that?
I heard rumors Shane McMahon's coming in sometime today and probably going to be in the main event.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
All right, Scotty, who you got here?
Yeah,
Hangman Jay White.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Jay White. There ain't
Right.
Hangnail ain't taking this one. So
Ricky, who you got?
I got Hangman.
Oh, got Hangman here, huh? Why?
Cowboy shit.
Okay, all right, cowboy shit it is. All right, well, I'm going with Jay White.
I like that answer.
As you said, Swerve is supposed to make a comeback here. I think Swerve shows up and costs Hangman his match here. We're gonna keep going with this Hangman Swerve. We're not gonna end this until someone else's house burns down or someone's apartment, someone's trailer burns to the ground.
I hope we end
I think
Swerve's gonna burn
Swerve
Hangman's horse.
Oh, that's a good one too.
may come back, but I think the Hurt Syndicate comes out and
For
helps
this
Hangman.
match?
Why else were they stirring up like a couple weeks ago the MVP Prince Nana stuff?
Ooh, are we gonna get a print? Why didn't we get Prince Nana versus MVP on 0 Hour? Then I might tune in.
There you go.
Yeah. So, all right. Mark Briscoe versus Chris Jericho. The Learning Tree. Hi guys. For the World ROH title, Chris Jericho brought Jay's brother or Mark's brother up, Jay, during one of his promos. It really upset Mark and clobbered Chris Jericho. Is there any possible way, since he brought up Mark's brother's name, that Mark Briscoe does not win this title?
Zach,
Or
you
keep
mean
the
retain
title?
it? Yeah.
Retain it.
Yeah, Briscoe's winning this.
Briscoe wins, and I pray to God that he punches Jericho so hard in the mouth he breaks his jaw, so that we never have to hear Jericho talk again.
Okay.
I think Jericho is winning. I honestly do, because he's a selfish bastard. He's winning. They're going to give him the belt.
Put the belt. He won't be the Ocho. He'd be the, what is that?
Nueve? I
Nueve.
think it's 9.
All right. Did anybody check the trademarks? Did we get another trademark for Nueve champion?
Nueve, Nuevo, something like that. I don't fucking know.
Somebody get it, look it up.
He will be
Nueve, yeah. It is Nueve. So that's about as far as my Spanish goes.
I can barely count in English. I ain't trying to keep up in Spanish.
That I believe.
You only have to count to 3, not 9.
I've never even seen him count to 3 perfectly. All right, so we're all taking Mark Briscoe here.
Except for me. I'm
Except
taking
for you. Ooh,
Yeah.
That's a tough one. You should join the fantasy league.
Maybe.
By
Maybe.
the way, this is for fantasy league, and we'll get to that here shortly. But this is for, we do have a wrestling fantasy league that if you're not joined and jumped in this, you're wasting your time. Not your money though, because it's $5. So anyway, we get a Wrestle Dream, the biggest Wrestle Dream ever match on this card, the TNT Championship. Jack Perry versus Shibata, Shabang Bang. Whoopee. I know. I knew you were going to do that. So, T-Bone, does the referee have to hold up a cell phone with 1, 2, 3 on it in Japanese so Shibata knows that he's winning this match?
I would hope not, but possibly. I mean, you see him holding up the phone to talk and stuff.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
Pretty
possibility.
funny. It was funny the
Hilarious.
first couple times, but after
They
that,
should
I
just
don't know.
bring in an New Japan referee and have him referee this match. That way,
A lot of times they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart. I don't
It's
watch
hilarious.
I lost track after Cody left. So,
Scotty, I know you're big Jack Perry fan. I know you were even bigger Luke Perry fan. Love 90210. Tell us something good about Jack Perry.
That's the dimensions of Scotty's pant size.
90210.
Yeah.
Terrible.
wow. That's a good one. That's one I've never heard. Now, like, sadly enough, I think Mr. No Brain is not going to win this. I mean, they took the brain out, never put it back in. So, I the old scapegoat Billy Goat, whatever they call him now, is going to win this thing. So I'm calling Jack.
Okay, Jack
Scapegoat.
Perry. You take a scapegoat there, Rick.
Yep.
All right. T-Bone.
We're all in agreements. Jack Perry's winning this one.
There's no way that Jack Perry doesn't whip this guy's ass and win this title. So I do think that we are going to get a Daniel Garcia spot here at some point because I think Daniel Garcia is going to go for this TNT title.
Why did
He's
it
wanted to
The Rock's wife? I don't understand.
Jerry Garcia, the guy from the Grateful Dead?
No, Danny Garcia, The Rock's wife. I don't know why they keep bringing her in.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I
Sorry.
prefer Cherry Garcia, Ben and Jerry's.
That's much. That's much better. I'm out of Garcias. Give me a minute, and I'll think some more. Oh shit. Okay. We got a Darby Allin versus King Kong Bundy. Nope, Brody King. The match I have here, the picture I have here of Brody King, he looks just like Ivar from yeah. Not the micro, not Ivar the micro. Ivar from WWE. So
The
we've
Viking
seen this.
Raiders.
We've seen this match already. Darby versus Brody. There was a good little promo here. Not a very good. Actually, let me back up. Not a good promo. Darby is basically saying about how he's known Brody for a long time, and when Darby got signed, Brody was with ROH, and then they went out of business, and then Brody was out of a job, and Darby got him a job, and this will be the second time these two have fought. I believe Darby won the first time. There's a really cool spot in one of the matches where Brody had Darby in like a chokehold, holding him
over the rope.
over
Yeah.
the ropes, or
Chokes
staying
him
on
out
the
and
apron.
just
It just lets him
lets
go.
him go. And he's
Boom. Also, we did get a Brody King attack Darby at a signing one time. It beat the piss out of him, put him through his signing table. So
Oh shit.
pretty cool. That was pretty cool too. So Darby Allin rolling around with a pink jacket now. I'm a little disappointed in his fur.
yeah, he's looking like
'cause I
Machine
wanted-
Gun Kelly.
He does kind of look like Machine Gun Kelly. Who do you got here, T-Bone, Brody, or Darby?
Well, if you look at it, just size, the size differential, you would say Brody all day if you're just an average person tuning in. But we all know Tony Khan likes to put these little midgets over. So Darby Allin's winning this one. I hate to say that, but
Yeah,
yes.
Scotty.
Yeah, I'm the same deal. I would love to see Brody King just squash Darby into nothingness, but unfortunately it's not going to happen. Darby's just going to keep coming back and coming back and coming back, and he's going to win it. So yeah, I'm calling Darby.
Well, I'm gonna say this: Darby won the first one between these two, and it was 2 years ago, or I don't even know how long. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I'm gonna give this one to Brody. I think Brody wins this, and we come back with a third. Right? I'm gonna say Brody wins this match. We need to start building other talent too, right? I know we were on a big run there with the OC, and Darby's been on a run there for a while, and he's no longer the number one contender. They fixed that. They righted that ship, gave it to Moxley. So let's start building other people. It looks like Aleister Black has asked for his release. So let's start getting Buddy Matthews. Let's start getting Brody King on runs of their own. Or give them the TV title in RH, one or the other. But I'm taking Brody King here.
You better put down that turtle lettuce.
I know I'm in the minority, but I like Brody King.
I like Brody King, but
I
I
actually
just
like the
don't.
chubbier Brody King than now.
He's not beating Darby.
That's unfortunate. All right, we get an AEW International Championship match. The champion Will Ospreay versus Ricochet and Takeshita. I really don't understand what's going on here with the Callis family. I don't understand why all of a sudden I guess Takeshita's on his. I don't. I just don't. I don't understand. There's a lot of trades going on. So I like Takeshita. I'm not a fan of Ricochet. I don't think he's the greatest, thing in the world. They couldn't do anything with him in WWE, which isn't surprising. Sometimes they take talent and they can't really do anything with him. Ricochet's a good talent, but he's bland to me, right? When you take, and we said this when he left WWE, when he was with WWE, he was almost one of a kind, right? He's doing the 1380s off of ropes, like he's quad flipping and like it's. But when he goes to WWE or goes to AEW, he's everyone else. They all do the same shit. They all do the same indie stuff that Ricochet was doing in WWE, which made him special. So,
looks like a fucking dance off instead of a wrestling match.
Yeah, that's honestly what it is. It's spots. It's just spot after spot.
You can be more acrobatic.
We just had a match between, was it Ospreay? I forget who it was. Oh no, was it that Kyle? What's his name? Ospreay's buddy.
Fletcher.
Kyle Fletcher and Sammy Guevara. Was it Kyle Fletcher, Sammy Guevara? They did the exact same spots that Ricochet and Ospreay do. The flips, the
flippity doodads,
springboarding off the other person's knee into a backflip, and they basically did the exact same match that Will Ospreay and Ricochet are going to do. So, anyway, I am going to pick. I am picking Ospreay to retain here, and Ricochet taking the pin.
No, Takeshita takes the pin, but it's definitely Ospreay that wins it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ospreay, bruv. He wins it, bruv.
Ricky, which one of these ham and eggers do you have?
I'm going to go with Ospreay in this. He's too good.
All right, we're all picking Ocean Spray, and not for the flavor, not for the flavor.
I like that. That's a good new nickname for him. Like I liked Ostrich, but Ocean Spray. I love it. That's good.
You like Ostrich. All right, we get our Young Bucks versus Private Party.
Oh,
Diet Street Profits.
Yeah, the Diet Street Profits. Actually,
I was going to say the Wish version of Street Profits, or the Temu, but
I actually think
the Diet Street Profits versus the Diet Hardy Boys.
I like the way that
Scotty says the Hardly Boys.
I like the way they presented Private Party here for this title match. Now, is it going to matter at the end of this? I don't think so. Scotty, who do you got here? Young Bucks, Private Party.
Cucamonga kids keep winning and winning and winning. Like Private Party taking these titles. So
Gotcha. Ricky?
Super Kick Party.
All right. T-Bone?
well, as long as the Young Bucks keep writing it, they're going to keep winning, right?
Yeah, that's very true. Well, I'm going to take Young Bucks also, only for the fact that what's his name came up and tried to become the manager of Private Party. What's his name? Oh, he was just with Statlander. Stokely Hathaway came up, tried to offer his services to Private Party, said they don't need him. They've done it all this time without a manager, which I'm not very sure that's true, because one of the Hardy Boys was their manager for a while.
Yeah, man, Hardy.
They were the Hardy Party. Yeah, they were the Hardy Party.
The other Hardy Party.
Yeah, so they basically turned Stokely down. I think Private Party loses here, and then we get Stokely Hathaway saying, "Listen, you guys need me," and then we get a Stokely Private Party team up here. So, Young Bucks all the way. We got the women's world title championship match. Willow Nightingale, which we are a pro Willow Nightingale. We love Willow.
Yeah.
Versus Mariah May. Honestly, right now, Mariah May is the best woman in AEW. She's good on the microphone. She's decent on the microphone. I wouldn't say she's great on the microphone. She's no Tony Storm, but she's good on the microphone. And she's even more ruthless in or outside the ring than she is in the ring. So I wasn't a big fan of her strapping Willow the other day because that didn't look the greatest. But Mariah May just won this title not too long ago. I think, what was it, the last pay-per-view? She just won this. I don't believe that she's losing this title to Willow, even though I'd love to see that. Willow is over like Rover, but I'm going with Mariah May here. Scotty.
Well, as much as I would love to go with hit Willow, hit Willow, hit Willow, unfortunately, like you said, Mariah May just won this belt, so I'm gonna sadly have to go with Mariah May and break our streak of being a pro Willow podcast. So,
Oh, we are still pro Willow, but we don't believe.
Yeah, we just don't. Yeah, they're just not ready for that yet.
Yeah,
so
Mariah.
Going with Mariah. Tebow.
Tony Storm interferes, but costs Willow the match instead of Mariah.
Okay, all right, that's not bad. That's not bad.
As long as we get Mariah and Mina Shirakawa making out afterwards,
that's
all
coming
winners.
too. That's the next thing after Willow. Mina Shirakawa. So.
Me love her a long time.
Yes, me do. All right, so we get a. Oh, wait a minute, I lost my. Where's my match? Where's my match? I lost my match.
more matches are there? My God.
One more match. Did I lose it? What the hell? Did I lose it? There it is.
It's the Who's Gonna Bleed first match. These two should have a first blood match.
It could be over in 5 seconds.
Yeah, they're gonna have.
That's
They need
the point.
to fill time. They need to fill
They
time.
touch
so-
each other and just instantly, like, blood's everywhere. Like, what the fuck?
I just watched
Wait,
Ric Flair promo today where he was yelling at somebody in the ring, and I guess he had a blade in his hand. He was smacking
He
himself in the head. He just started
Punched himself open.
bleeding.
And he starts-
His neckline on his shirt was blood, like it was a great promo.
Yeah, I
Great
think
promo.
he had like a blade stuck in between because he started hitting himself in the head or something. And
Absolutely,
he was
absolutely, because he
he
even
was
looked to make
bandaged.
sure he had it right.
He was already bandaged, I think.
No, I don't know.
Was it?
But he bled
It
instantly.
was one where he was already
It was
bandaged
bad.
and he tore the bandage
he
off
did
and,
that on more than one promo in the 80s.
and
he did
reopened himself up.
I love it. I love it. Anyway, speaking of opening yourself up, hopefully it's not to a lawsuit. Bryan Danielson versus Jon Moxley. I mean, they've been teasing Moxley's retirement for 6 months now.
You mean Bryanson or Danielson?
No, he's Daniel Bryan to me until further notice. He's Daniel Bryan.
Danielson, Bryanson.
If I learn Bryan Danielson, he leaves AEW and goes to WWE, I'm fucked because I'll forever know him as Bryan Danielson. And so until then, he's Daniel Bryan. Anyway, BD versus Jon Moxley here. Again, they've been teasing this. Every match is his last match. Do you guys believe this is his last match?
No.
Nah.
No, you don't think this is it?
No, because, well, I believe that Moxley's winning. I believe that there's going to be some outside interference playing in this, and Moxley's winning. But I think Bryan's going to go home for a little bit, and then he'll come back to revenge his loss.
Okay.
Because I don't see him retiring anytime. He loves wrestling too much. He ain't retiring. He might go away, get his surgery done or whatever, but he'll be back. He ain't staying away.
The local Red Cross will be standing by for blood transfusions, followed up by hepatitis vaccines after they both bleed out to a no contest.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a good guess. No contest.
Time limit draw on a pay-per-view.
Nah, I'm
boy.
taking Danielson.
Okay, Scotty.
Yeah, I'm taking Danielson. Although I would love to see them do that, where they go to a quote unquote time limit draw, but they just go over their allotted airtime for the pay per view, and it just pay per view cuts off, so they have to go to a no contest, and he can't manage his time. So, but yeah, no, I'm calling.
They go 40 minutes over their overrun.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I'm calling to win it.
Okay, I'm going Danielson here to win. There's no way Moxley's taking a pin here. I think there's some schmaz at the end, and I think we get Sami Callihan to interfere into this match and calls Bryan Danielson to lose.
The Warthog? I haven't heard that name in forever.
Well, you're about to hear it this weekend, my friend.
Where's he wrestling?
I'm thinking Shane McMahon's going to be the reason to cause Brian.
I don't know why he would. I think it would be cool for fans to see him in an AEW ring.
They're building for something, and I like.
They always do it. Pay-per-views.
Yeah, Moxley keeps talking about there's somebody else or something.
It's Matt Sydal.
It's Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
It's hologram.
It's Shane.
It's Commander.
The hologram.
What's the other luchador dude that blew out his ACL, MCL, PCL, and OPP in one match? What was that dude's name?
Vikingo?
Vikingo, yes, Vikingo del Flipio. I think maybe he's the guy.
The other Transformer.
I mean, maybe it's Mystico. He was number 10 on the PWI 500. Maybe it is Mystico or Droistico or Mystico or Pistico or whatever the fuck.
I think all the luchadors could mold themselves into a Transformer.
I think if you put them all together, it's like a Voltron type of thing, or
no, it's like the Power Rangers.
There you go.
All together, it's like the Power Rangers Megazord.
Hologram, blue. What? I don't even know. I didn't even watch Power Rangers. I don't even know. What do they do? Mount up? What is their?
No, they morph and then they call for their Zords or whatever, and then they show up and they all come together and make one
Jesus
giant.
nerd.
Fucking dork.
Hey, I grew up on it, man. The Green Ranger was my shit back in the day.
Hologram is a shit too. So.
And different kind of shit too.
All about the Pink Ranger.
That's right. Ooh, who's the Pink Ranger? All right, so how many Rangers were there? There was a red, a white,
the original,
green, a yellow, and a pink, right?
And then they added Tommy Oliver, which made 6.
What color was Tommy? Black, right? He's the Black Ranger.
Tommy was the Green Ranger.
Tommy
back then had control of the.
Listen, you dorks, don't talk over each other. One at a time.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I have a hearing problem, so sometimes
Tebow's got an erection this fucking big right now talking about Power Rangers. Go ahead.
No,
Tebow,
really.
Tebow, give me the color.
What's Scotty doing?
Nope, Scotty's going to give
Okay.
figures.
There was 5 original, which was the red, the blue, the yellow, the pink, and the black. And then they added the Green Ranger, and then later the Green Ranger.
That's a White Ranger.
Yeah, later the Green Ranger becomes a White Ranger in season 2.
Wait a minute, is that legal? Can you switch races like that? Can you go from green to?
In this day and age, no, it wouldn't be possible. But
so
speaking of
original transgender.
Speaking of racist, the black guy was the Black Ranger.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, they had the black guys, the Black Ranger. I was thinking that, looking back on that as a kid.
Unbelievable. He's got all of them.
Oh, shit.
Look at the crotch on that one.
Man. Look at that. That is badass.
Look at the crotch on that Ranger.
That does not look right.
So that was what that used to be a thing with GI Joes when I collected GI Joes, the 3 3/4 inch or whatever. That used to be the piece that broke off was like the little crotch piece. And when you would watch toy things, they'd be like, they were showing off whatever GI Joe they were selling. They'd be like, look at the crotch. Look at the crotch. Look at the crotch on Duke. Look at the crotch on Lady J. So anyway.
Oh my God.
All right. So name so we got 5 Power Rangers. Give me AEW T-Bone, give me AEW Power Rangers. Who's the green Power Ranger?
Who's the green Power Ranger?
Give me that's
Sammy Guevara.
Sammy Guevara is the green Power Ranger.
No,
the concussion Power Ranger is the green one.
No,
well, I mean, the guy that played Jason David Frank, the guy that was Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger, did kill himself. So, Sammy Guevara crashing and burning, maybe he does have a death wish.
All right, Darby Allin.
Yeah, Darby Allin would make a perfect Green Ranger.
Darby's the Pink Ranger.
no.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a sec. none of the guys in AEW would make good Power Rangers. I can tell you exactly who everybody in AEW reminds me of. And Jeremy, you'll get this right away.
Okay.
Everybody in AEW is a version of Bulk or Skull.
Yes.
That's it. That is
Because they're always doing stupid shit.
Let's go do it here for Hardway.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please,
Later, guys.
please make sure you go like and subscribe. And these dorks, Hawk and Smash. What these guys are the Road Warriors? What did you say?
No.
Hulk and Skull, and they were the high school bullies to the teenage Power Rangers before they got their powers.
Yep. They were the comic relief. They were always doing something stupid and always getting their butts kicked for it.
That explains AEW completely.
Yeah.
Right, so tell me who Bebop and Rocksteady are. I mean, Hawk and Animal. Hawk Tua and I mean who?
Faux Hawk and Animal are the young fucks because they can never get hurt by anything. But
Gotcha. Okay.
no, seriously, I kid you not. Like everybody in AEW is a different version of Bulk or Skull. Dumb, can't do anything. They try to do something smart and they end up getting foiled at the end of the day.
Go AEW. All right.
WWE Rangers, Cody Rhodes being probably the Green Ranger / the White Ranger. Randy Orton's probably the Red Ranger because he's got the longest tenure.
Hey, the White Ranger thing with Cody Rhodes makes perfect sense because he was their light because when he left, so didn't the ratings and the fans.
There you go. Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Which one's HR Puffin stuff? Witchy Poo. Which one's Witchy Poo? That's what I want to know. Which one Witchy Poo is? Maybe I'm getting my cartoons.
None of them
will ever be April O'Neil. That's for sure. Anyway, let's go do it here for Heart Rate Wrestling. Thank you guys for joining us, man. We started at 9 o'clock in the morning. We went off the fucking rails here with Power Ranger talk. I don't know. We're dorks. These guys are dorks. I didn't watch Power Rangers. I was out getting pussy. But
Amen, brother.
No, I never got into Power Rangers. I there was a certain point where I just stopped watching that kind of stuff.
Well, you're older than the rest of us, so like Ricky, Jeremy, and I mean, well, Ricky, I don't know what he was doing, but Jeremy and I watched it because I mean we're about the same freaking age. Like that was part of our stuff growing up. I don't know what Ricky.
My stuff was like Turtles and G.I. Joe.
I watched Ninja Turtles too.
Yeah, but you didn't watch your OG Ninja Turtles, right? You watched
we did.
Did you?
The 80s cartoons.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched 80s cartoons. Yes,
I watched Marvel was a big thing. I watched the Marvel. I liked Spidey and Friends. It was Firestorm and Spider-Man and Iceman.
For us, it was for Jeremy, Ricky, and myself, it was X-Men, Iron Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, and then Fantastic Four. They had the show for Fantastic Four.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we'll have to do a show on dumb shit that we used to watch that isn't wrestling. Maybe we'll do a non-wrestling show one day.
Hey,
that would be
great.
I'd be down for that.
Hey, Jeremy, on the quick, did you ever watch Garfield and Friends?
Oh yeah. Garfield and Friends, Animaniacs, Tiny Toons. Shit, I grew up Looney Tunes, Three Stooges, Little Rascals. I watched all that. Smurfs. I still watch Mama's Family and Golden Girls.
Nice, Mama's Family. I love that.
So, all right, now then we're gonna get out of here. You guys did watch the Smurfs?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Does anybody remember the purple Smurf?
Oh shit.
Kind of.
All right, I'm gonna explain this
to
to you.
but I don't remember the name.
I'm gonna explain this to you. It didn't have a name, so there was a disease. This was the COVID era of Smurfs. So this purple Smurf, if you were sick and got disease, you turned purple, and then if you were bit, most of the time they were bit on the tail, except for Smurfette. I don't know where she was bit, but when they got bit, they turned purple and they would bounce around going ganap, ganap, ganap. Look it up. Every time I say somebody says, I watch Smurfs, and I always mention the purple Smurf. They have no idea what I'm talking about. Zero idea.
I swear, I remember it, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like
If
I
they
have.
came back out with Smurfs figures, I would buy every one. If they had the Chase version of the purple Smurf, I would buy it.
That's funny.
I would buy it.
Well,
So,
toy makers out there, listen, Jonathan Cross. He wants his Smurf figures. Let's
I'm
get
gonna
them
buy
on.
one of them. So make sure you go buy. Make sure you go make a couple thousand. Right, get them out there in the market. I'm gonna buy one of them. So anyway, that's gonna do it here for Heartbreak Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your weekend. Make sure you go like, subscribe, ring the bell. We got a little off the roads here, but off the Cody roads, but no big deal. Also, make sure you go to our iTunes, give us a review, download it. We're not the most. We talked about this. None of us are pretty. I mean, except for Ricky. Ricky's kind of pretty.
Look
Scotty, I don't know. You could use a facial. Maybe Scotty will give you. Maybe T-Bone will give you a facial. Anyway, if you want to just put us in your ear, Spotify,
Like a golden
iTunes,
shower.
check all that out. Please go download our podcast, and we are on here a couple times a week. Schedule's been a little wonky here lately for whatever reason. But it's going to get back on schedule here. We are working on some things in the background here, trying to get more content for the channel. Again, we're trying to climb the subscriber ranking. We're at 1,030, 1,029 right now. We are climbing.
I think we're at 1,002.
Huh?
I think it's 1.02K. It's 1,002.
It's 1,029 subscribers.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
I thought it was just 1,002.
It doesn't show the full number on the YouTube anymore once you call it to 1,000. So, but I see the number. So, anyway, check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Facebook. Check us where Facebook is climbing. So, if anywhere you want to watch us, you don't always have to watch us on YouTube. You can watch us pretty much anywhere. And we'll be back on Monday or Tuesday for our Wrestle Dream review. Will you guys be watching this?
Tuesday night, I'm going live, so I'll probably I don't know. I'll be on if you guys need me beforehand, but at 8:00 I'll be live on my channel. So.
That's right. Go check out T-Bone's channel.
In the dog.
You have my son. My son's on there.
Yeah, Ethan Cross will be on there.
Ethan Cross will be there. If you guys want to see what one of my offspring looks like, go check out T-Bone. Oh, look at that combat! Actually, the first thing I want be done. The first thing I want be done. English, or punctuation maybe. So, anyway, thank you guys so much, and we will see you next time
on the hard way.
Dwarf Dog Sucker.
Hey, man.